To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Welcome to our Disney Parks videos, where we aim to give you tips and how-to guides on what to do before, during and after your trip to the Disney Parks, guiding you from booking your holiday to prepping for it, and also giving you top tips on how to ride your favourite rides and snack on your favourite tasty treats. Follow along with our adventure every month by clicking that subscribe button and the notification bell. This month is all about the final preparations for our Disney World holiday, so let's get to it. So, I can't believe this time next week we're going to be in Florida, and we won't be quite awake just yet at this time.
We may do with the jet lag.
Yeah, maybe. But we're going to be in Animal Kingdom on
Yes.
first day. So,
First day.
yeah, so this video is just pretty much what's the final preparations to do, really. Because we've done everything. No, really.
Yeah. We were pretty quite organised, so right from the beginning we've been getting everything sorted out. So it doesn't really seem like there's that much left to do in the run-up. It seems quite chill.
Yeah, and that's what we want to be, really. Like, 'cause,
Yeah.
as soon as you start your planning and things like that, and you've booked that holiday, get your stuff started, really, and things like so. And it'll save you on the lead up.
Stress. It'll save you stress.
Because like most people will still be working right up until they leave and stuff like that.
I will be. I'll be working right up until the night before going.
Yeah, and I'll be working on making sure all the videos and stuff go out whilst we're away.
Yes.
And thank you to Johnny for looking after everything whilst we're away as well. He doesn't know yet, but I'm going to tell him that he's babysitting the channel. But yeah, so we're just going to, this video is just going to be the last bits and bobs. It's like, what is there left to do? And it's just like checking, really, isn't it? Final preparation, checking things.
Yeah, just double checking things.
So first of all is check you've got all your documents and stuff. So with that, all our documents are in this lovely folder. I printed out everything. So everything in here now is the dining reservations, the park reservations, our tickets, our passports, you name it, is in here. This is our holiday.
And also to note, with all the dining reservations and the park reservations, they are on the My Disney Experience app for both of us, and they are also on emails where they've emailed us the reservations, but you can't be too careful to have backups of backups in case technology fails.
Exactly, and not just that, so it's like if you haven't got Wi-Fi, then you're pretty screwed. So what we've done as well is they're actually, I made PDFs of all the emails and stuff like that, and we've got Dropbox, and I come into Dropbox in a moment, and we've got them on both phones, so both of our phones have all the digital stuff. We've got them in paper as well, so it's like sorted.
Photocopies of the passports, just in case we need photocopies. Just a Bible. This is our Bible.
This is everything. If there's a fire, leave everything.
Save this.
Yeah. But yeah, everything's in there. And like I just said, now we've got Dropbox. I've been using Dropbox for a very, very long time, and we've just set you up with your own account as well. And I've also got a shared document on there, shared folder. So it's only one folder, but it's split across to two of us. So everything goes into that. So if I make an alteration, so I add another. Say we booked barbecue rodeo, Roundup Rodeo Barbecue. It's one of the weird ones to say. Roundup Rodeo Barbecue. We booked that last week as well. So that was an additional one. So I can pop that in there, and it'll go both on both our phones and things then. And a great thing as well with it is it's free. You get 2 gigabytes for free, but we've set you up with a free trial, so you've got 3 terabytes. That's like so much. You're not going to fill 2 terabytes at all. But we've sorted out that, and we've set it up so every photo and video that either of us take on our phones get uploaded straight to Dropbox when we're on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, when we got a Wi-Fi signal, yeah.
Okay, so otherwise then you won't have any mobile data charges and things like that.
Yeah.
So when you're on, literally we're going to be in the parks, taking photos, they're going to be uploading straight away. So if anything does, touch wood, happen to any of our phones, the photos and videos are safe.
Lost on a ride.
Flown off a ride. Left in Tron. We're not riding Tron.
No, I know. That's sad.
Anyways, moving on from that. So, double check your park pass reservations and your dining reservations as well.
Yeah.
So, because you've read that some people have had issues with that before, haven't you?
Yeah, so I've read that somebody has sort of gone to go into the park, scanned in, got denied entry. Their park pass reservation had disappeared from their app, and it was only because they had done a screenshot on their phone of their park pass reservation, and they could show the cast members, I actually had a reservation, it's disappeared, and then obviously they were allowed to go in the park. But again, hearing stories like that, we don't really want to be facing anything like that on the days. We're just going to be wanting to get in, and if we do sort of something happens with the phones, then we've got these screenshots to back up our plans.
Yeah, so it's like, and I've screenshotted the future plans thing, which don't have the booking numbers, but if you click on it as well, it'll bring up your booking numbers on it, or your booking reservation number, so they're all on there. So both of us have got that again on our Dropbox. So if either one of us loses our phone or forgets our phone or something like that, one of us will have it. So, and we've not just done that for the park pass reservations, we've done it for the dining reservations and my lightsaber building as well. So if we haven't got access to emails, for some strange reason it's disappeared off email as well, we've literally got every single thing in that Dropbox. I might even download them onto my phone, because then it's offline then. It's sorted on there.
Just basically just going into the My Disney Experience app and just double checking everything looks okay, double checking that the app seems to be working okay. Sometimes it might just be that it needs to be updated, or maybe sort of uninstalled and then reinstalled, just in case it's glitching. And then just making sure that you've got all your apps ready, and also making sure that the payment methods in the apps are all linked and correct, and they're all in date, and the cards are in date and valid. Because if you were there trying to buy Genie Plus, and your card that has originally been entered against your My Disney Experience app has actually expired, when you try and then process that Genie Plus purchase, it'll just decline, and then you'll be there wasting precious minutes updating all the payment methods, and you could miss out on selecting a ride that you really want.
Yeah, definitely. And what I found quite recently, when you were saying about the uninstalling and reinstalling, my Disney Experience app messed up the other day, didn't it? And
it did.
I didn't have any of my park reservations, nothing. So this is a classic example now.
Yeah.
Nothing there. It was absolutely nothing there, and everything else I could see, I could use everything else, but my bookings were gone. And it was just disappeared.
Yeah.
It was said my name on there and everything, but it was just gone. So I tried logging out, logging back in, didn't work. I had to uninstall and reinstall the app just to freshen up the cookies or whatever on there, like so.
It just glitches.
Yeah. So don't panic. Just
mine's never glitched. I've got an iPhone. He's on Android.
Right. So you make sure that all your apps are right, payment methods and everything like all that. You got all your backup stuff. Now, with the US, there are still COVID restrictions in place that you have to do. So with US, they don't actually tell you this. You have to figure this out for yourself. We had an email from Virgin, and it didn't say anything. It just said check the countries that you go into. Yeah,
just to check the travel advice for wherever particular country is on the list that you go into.
So US is, you have to have two vaccinations.
Yeah, the COVID vaccines.
Yeah, 2 COVID vaccines. So if you pretty much need your COVID pass then.
Yeah.
And COVID passes are valid for 30 days, I believe it is.
I think the last time we downloaded ours, it was for a cinema, and that's how long ago it was when you needed COVID passes for a cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they were valid for about 30 days.
So you can't do them too far in advance and things like that. And then also you have to do an attestation form. I said it right.
Yes.
Yeah. I always mess that up. So a attestation form. We don't know actually what to expect yet for that because we can't fill ours in until Tuesday. I couldn't say Tuesday. I could say attestation, but I couldn't say Tuesday.
Yeah, so it needs to be completed within 72 hours of your departure time.
We can't talk. Hang on.
So yeah, so it needs to be filled in within 72 hours of your departure time. So for us, that will be sort of Tuesday morning, 11:30. Anytime after that, we can start filling it in.
So we need to do our COVID passes first. So we
Yes.
do them, then we do the attestation form. And I think that's everything.
So I think you just upload it online from what I can gather. We haven't seen it yet. We haven't had the instructions. But yeah, you upload it online, and I think you attach an upload version of your COVID pass to it. But obviously we will then be printing out the documents and taking the spares with us just in case anything crops up while we're checking in the airport.
Yeah, and that's the thing, we've got our Esters printed out as well, just in case there was any issues with visas and things like that. We've got all that sorted on there. So we will be printing that out. It will be going back into the Florida Bible, and that will stay with me. It's not going any too far from me.
That's going in our cabin luggage, so it can't get lost.
Well, our passports kind of have to come with us, so otherwise we're not getting on a plane. But anyways, we will do a video on the attestation just to show you roughly how to do it, because we can't tell you how to do it fully right now because we don't know. We're going to be honest, we've never done one before, and we haven't really seen other videos of people doing them either.
No, just people saying that they've done them. So no idea.
And if you were booking your holidays in 6 months' time, so say it's November, December time now for you, then you might not have to do them anymore. So always check those guidelines. Really.
Yeah. Just the travel guidelines of the country you're visiting.
Yes.
You'll have to consider if there are any congestion zone charges in the roads that you're going to be driving through to get to your airport car parking.
Yeah. So it's like you only found that out the other day, isn't it? And
yes.
And we booked in months and months ago, which we highly recommend doing if you are parking there, because it will get more expensive, as we said in previous videos as well. But you've seen for Bristol Airport that there was new congestion charges.
Yes.
So with Bristol, there's charges for that as well now, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of other airports, isn't there? So you went on, you checked Heathrow as well.
Yeah, so with Heathrow, there was 2 different charges. There was the ULAS charge, which it was just a simple case of putting my reg number in, and it came back, and my car's pretty new, so there was no charge because the emissions were fine. And then there was Heathrow Airport is within the central London congestion zone. So what that means is if you are driving there between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. on a weekday, you have to pay, I think it was £15 charge to enter that congestion zone.
Yeah.
So we have put in to our arrival time for the car park 7 a.m. So originally our flight was 10:30 in the morning. They've now amended that to 11:30, but we're thinking, shall we try and get there prior to 7 a.m. anyway, just so we can avoid the congestion charge?
And to be honest, it's like, I'm going to be filming in the terminal anyway, or just before we get into the terminal. You got getting from the car park as well to the airport, we're going to need another coffee because we're going to be leaving at like 3 a.m. So we're going to need to get another coffee. And I think there's a Cafe Nero. Excuse my phone. Another Cafe Nero just outside before check-in as well. So we can have a little bit of a chill and
after the journey, a little bit of chill time before checking in. But it should work out fine. But obviously, wherever airports you were going from, they could be part of a congestion charge, they could not be. But it's just easier to double check because I didn't even think about looking at this. And it was only because my dad was going to Bristol Airport when we found out about these charges. So I checked his car for Bristol Airport, and then it was just like a light bulb moment, like, oh, is there any charges around Heathrow? We better check. And then we did, and then there was these two that we're hoping, or one we definitely not need to pay for, but yeah, if we get there on time, it should be okay.
But just double check on your airport's website because all the information will be on there. So another thing to check will be the weight of your suitcases. Now that seems pretty obvious, but sometimes you just think, oh yeah, that's not going to be anywhere near the weight, and you put it up and you're like, oh crap, it is. So luckily we are using a lot of suitcases so we can spread out our weight.
Yeah. So the suitcases probably won't be full on our way out. That's not to say they're not going to be full on the way back, especially with how much he's thinking of getting.
But the thing is, I do have a massive suitcase as well, but I've got a sticky feeling that somebody's going to be filling it on the way out there with toilet paper.
Right, Disney does one-ply toilet paper. We have to take some backups.
I've never packed toilet paper for a holiday before. But anyways, check the weight of your suitcases, because if it's overweight, they won't let it on the plane. You have to ditch things, and that's not what you want to do when you're doing check-in, or you have to swap them around your suitcases, which might be a bit embarrassing. You don't want your smalls being on show in the airport and things like that. And just make sure you know as well when you're packing what are prohibited items for carry-on. So it's like so just have a little look on the website as well, about because all different some airlines are different. It's usually standard, but just make sure you know what you can and can't pack.
Yeah, just a bit of a refresher, because a lot of people haven't done air travel in a while, so just refresh your memories with what you can take and what you can't.
Something else though, money.
Yeah, you're not going to get very far without payment methods.
No, so you need to figure out whether you're taking cash, whether you're taking a prepaid card like Revolut, or other like the post office, but apparently you shouldn't use those because they don't work a lot. Really, the post office.
Yeah, I have seen a couple of comments saying from UK visitors that the post office cards, they've had a bit of trouble using them.
So just do a little bit of research on your cards, really. We're going to give the Revolut card a go. Fingers crossed it's all going to be okay.
Yes, that's what I'm using for my merchandise spending.
But I'm going to be using my actual debit card. Now people are going, whoa, hang on, isn't there charges? There aren't if you have a travel wallet. So I'm with Barclays, and my debit account allows me to open up a travel wallet for either euro or US dollars. And what that is then is you buy dollars into this travel wallet. So it'll go for an exchange rate. It is a slightly lower exchange rate to what is actually on Google when you Google it and things. But what that allows then is whenever you use that card when you're in the United States, or if you've got a European one in Europe, it won't charge you any process fees or anything like that. It is literally like if you've got a US account there and stuff. So that is great for me. Check your credit cards as well. I've got a Barclays Cards Platinum, so there are no fees at all for my credit card. So that's why it's linked to my Disney Experience app. So everything, all our food and things that we're paying for with the My Disney Experience app is going to be charged to that. So there are no fees unless we don't pay it off before it needs to be paid off.
Yeah, so just double check any fees surrounding wherever cards you're thinking about using. And then it probably does make sense to take some cash. So obviously you need to go and buy that cash from somewhere.
And don't be afraid to shop around for that as well. Not everywhere is going to be exactly the same. And this one day Tesco's might be the best, and then another day then Lloyd's TSB might be the best. So just shop around. Don't leave it too late, or don't leave it too early. Have a look at those inclines on the exchange rate. At the moment, the exchange rate is going down, so I saw a little increase, so I was like, I'm on it. So
after tracking it, and it was sort of going down and down and down and up and then down, and then it was back up, and then it was like, right, okay, bite the bullet, let's do it now. Exchange rates are really bad at the moment for United States against the pound. So it's like last time I went, it was $1.80 to the pound. So practically almost $2 to a pound. And now I think it was 121 when I done it. So very low, very low. Yeah. But obviously, tipping wise, out in the States, it's different culture to what we have over here. So it's compulsory to tip, even if you've not had great service, you still have to tip. And it's the standard tipping is about 20%. So obviously you can tip if you were paying for your meal with like a credit card or a debit card. You can tip in with the price that you charge into your card, or you can use the cash to tip. It's totally, it doesn't matter which way you do it.
Yeah, and if you're staying on property with the housekeeping, or anywhere where you do have some housekeeping, it's best to leave a bit of cash, but don't just leave it lying around, because 9 times out of 10 they won't take it, and they'll just think, you've left.
They don't know it's for them specifically.
So if you just pop it into a little envelope, those little pay envelopes or something like that, and then just write on there. So we're saying in Disney, so it'll be to housekeeping, thank you very much, here's your tip.
Yeah, and then obviously other services that you tip, then generally just sort of like the bellhop people, if they bring your bags up to the room. If you're too tired to move them yourself and you want somebody else to do it.
We're not doing that, just to let you know. Well, we say that now, but no, we won't.
Or just sort of general sort of people like that.
So that is pretty much our last things to do, really. There's not a lot. I've had my hair cut. I've sorted myself out. So I've done my thing.
I've booked in for my nails.
Yeah. So you can have your nails all done and everything. Yeah. So we are pretty much sorted. So all that's left for us to do, really, is to go to Disney World.
Yeah.
So we are going to be doing vlogs, so please do subscribe and follow us along. Join us on our social medias as well. We will be doing some videos there. We are going to be doing a live stream on the 23rd of March from Hollywood Studios, because we do have Roundup Rodeo Barbecue reservations. We're going to have a little look at what the
opening day for that restaurant.
Yes, it is, yeah. So can't wait for that. Thanks very much for watching along our journey. This is not going to be the end of our Disney Park videos. Next month, we're going to be showing you how to do your photo pass and your memory makers and things like that. So we're going to show you how to download those. And then from there, we're just going to do some more tips for you from what we learn from our holiday.
Yeah.
So I can't wait. But that is it for this video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and check out these videos. Next month we'll be looking at Disney Memory Maker and how to download your PhotoPass pictures. But until next time.